Hi everybody! So welcome back to Miss Chen's art class. Today we're talking all about watercolor, and really remember, watercolor you need to have lots of water to be able to make this paint work, right? That is why it's part of the name. Now remember also that watercolor works best when you're trying to overlap or trying to layer things and colors together to create these different patterns, right? And we're going to be learning how to blend or layer colors right now. So watching this video with me, we're going to go ahead and try to blend two colors together. First thing that you have to do is really make the water wet, make the paper wet first. So take a dry brush, put some water on it, and then put water all over your paper. Okay, that's step number one. You might be thinking, that's weird, Mr. Why am I putting just water without color on there? It helps you really nicely put water onto the surface of your paper and move your paint around. Alright, so you now see this color that's going on there is nicely moving around the paper. There is like a nice kind of shade that is happening with this color. You're going to go ahead and take that first color. Then take a second color. Remember, the paper's still wet. You're going to take that color and put it on the other side. You are trying to blend the two colors together, right? And unlike acrylic, you don't just blend a medium shade of color and then put it on the paper. With watercolor, you could blend it right on the paper, right? And you're taking that brush that still has yellow on it and mixing the center. And when you mix blue and yellow, of course, you get green. Another way that you can also blend is just by having the paper dry first, so there's no water on there at all, and you're taking a color, right, that is, let's do red this time, right? So take some red directly from the paint set and put it on the paper. You see how it's not moving the same as the way that it was before with the blue color, right? So it's super dry on the paper. And what you have to do here to mix it is you put water after you already put the color. So you don't put the water first, you put the color and then the water. Okay? So now you're adding some water to make it just move around the paper again some more. And then you're taking your second color, which is like an orange. And you see how it comes together right here? You're going to put some more water to go ahead and blend it manually. So before you were doing it because the water was already wet on the paper, now you're going to just take your brush, wet it a little bit, and then blend it all the way across. Okay? And then add some more color to make it more bright, to make the red more colorful, make it pop out more. And then I think we have one more. Let me see if I can scroll on over here. The last one is very fun. You go ahead and take some water onto your paper. So I would put a lot of water. So put loads of water. So much water. But make sure it's the correct type of paper for my people at home. It has to be watercolor paper, or else if it's a regular piece of paper, it'll burn through the paper. So put lots of water onto this last square that we're looking at. And then put lots of water inside the color. Dab it all over your paper, right, until you could see little puddles of it. And then also taking that second color, wetting your paper again, because watercolor dries really quickly, right? So wetting your paper, you see how it's bleeding? It's like a blood. It's like bleeding from one side to the next. Pick your second color and go ahead and drop it in there. So dropping a bunch of, you see right here, dropping a bunch of orange on the other side. And this is the fun part. You're moving the paper around so they could blend nicely together. You see that? So this is a fun experiment to do when you want to mix them to create something like, a tie-dye look, or if you're creating the planets swirling around, right? So that's another way to mix colors.